Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your Friday edition of Global Studies class. Congratulations on making it through 2 weeks of online learning. You guys are still killing it. We had a little bit of a hiccup with our speeches and sending them in last time. No worries. Today, we only got 4 things on the to-do list. We'll try to get you out of here and into the weekend like that. Number 1, we got current event review. We're going to talk about some bad speech characteristics. We're going to see some bad and good speech examples, and we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing next class. Now, current event review and next class overview, those are going to go hand in hand, so don't throw away these current events, even if you already send it in to me, which most of you did. Hang on to it for next class, okay? Current event review. First of all, the majority of you guys did great, all right? Few things that I want to touch on, and I probably sound like a broken record, but what is the most important thing about a current event? If you said anything other than using your own words, I'm sorry, but you were wrong. You need to use your own words. A couple of us tried to steal a little bit from the internet. It's no bueno, amigos. From now on, make sure that you're only using your own words. If you don't, as some people found out this time, you're going to have to redo it, and that's not good. Use your own words, and don't forget the who, the what, the why, the when, the where. We call those the five whys, 5 W's. And then, of course, the how, all right? The how. Make sure you touch on every one of those for your current events in the future. Now, I'm going to go ahead talk to you guys a little bit about some characteristics or things that you might notice in a bad speech. I'm going to have meet me over at the other end of the classroom. All right, so over at the podium, we are here to talk about characteristics of a bad speech. Now, maybe some of you were a little guilty of this in your first video. Maybe not. Maybe you had a perfect speech. However, this is probably a list of things that a lot of people do. The first thing that you will see in a bad speech that most people, yourselves included, do is you get a little nervous, and when you're giving your speech, you start to do a little bit of moving. So you start your speech off. Hi, my name is Mr. Weckbaum, and I'm going to be your government and global studies teacher this year. You'll be doing it online, and I'm looking forward to it. Don't do that, all right? That's characteristic number 1. Try to get yourself a firm base. If you got a podium like I do, make sure it's not going to be wiggling all over the place on you. Stand up straight, have good posture, deliver your speech. Number 2, unnecessary words. Hi, my name is like Mr. Weckbaum, and I'm like gonna be your global teacher. Likes, us, get rid of those, all right? Don't worry, it's something we all do. You don't like to hear silence when you're giving a speech, so you fill that in and you don't even know you're doing it. Take a look at the videos you guys send me. Maybe a few of you will see yourselves going, try to just cut those out. We'll work on that. Number 3, a lot of you don't do a good job giving speeches because you speak very quietly, and people around you, they can't hear. It's really hard to hear. You get so nervous. You speak very quietly. Now, I don't know if you could hear that, and once I watch this video, I'll check it out. But my best guess is that it was at least very tough for you to hear. Speaking quietly because we're nervous, again, is one of those things that a lot of people do. We'll work on that again this year, throughout the year, projecting your voice so that you're loud, but that you're not screaming. There's a difference between being able to have a voice carry across the room and saying, Hello, my name is Mr. Weckball. I'll be your global studies teacher. Sorry if I just woke anybody up in your house. I apologize. Let them know it was for school purposes. Number 4, and this is a big one that all high school students love to do. Let's see if you can catch it. Hi, my name is Mr. Weckball, and I'm going to be your Global Studies and American Government teacher this year. We're going to be doing classes online, and I think it's going to be really fun because we're going to be doing a lot of things where we don't even have to go to school. We're going to be going in, we're going to wake up, whenever we want to do it, we can go ahead and do our classes, and we're going to watch videos all day left and right, and we're going to have 8 classes, and they're all going to be videos online, and I can't wait to do it because I'm really excited. Whew! Pump the brakes. Slow down. Take your time, all right? You get nervous? Yeah, want to get it over with. We've all been there, right? Speech is taking too long, maybe you mess up on a word, you just want to get through it, so you start speed racing through your speech. Take your time, work in some pauses, okay? Build those pauses into your speech. When you see a period at the end of the sentence, take a breath. The next one, number 5, is distractions. I'm going to talk about 2 distractions that you guys will probably encounter at some point this year. And when I say distractions, I mean distractions in the audience from the speaker, where the audience can't pay attention. One is if you got gum in your mouth. I know it gives you good breath. You don't have to worry about having that bad breath, that coffee breath all day if you want to talk to the boy or girl you like. But it's going to be very hard to hear you when you speak. So you might have a speech that goes something like this. Hi, my name is Mr. Weckball. I'm your global studies teacher. Total distraction. Another one has to do with all of you wonderful kids that still have hair. Now, I don't have hair, so we're going to have to improvise. I'm Mr. Weckball, and I'm your global teacher, and we're going to be doing some speeches this year, and I think that you'll have a good time. Try to leave your fingers out of your hair. Prop them up on your podium. Hold on to a piece of paper. Keep them at your sides. Don't be twirling your hair. Don't be smoothing it back like you're a model posing on the beach. Or just shave your head. Makes it really easy. And finally, number 6. Let's see if you can spot this one. This is probably going to be the hardest one that we have to break. A lot of you are just, giving speeches for your first time. So this is a very tough one that people that I work with, people that I am friends with, still have a tough time breaking this bad characteristic. Let's see if you can spot this one. Hi, my name is Mr. Weckball, and I'm going to be your global studies teacher. We're going to have a lot of classes online this year. We're going to work on speeches, and it will be a lot of fun. Look up! Look at your audience. Do not just stare down at whatever you have written, okay? I understand for a lot of us, like I said, first time giving a speech, we got some leeway. We'll work on it. Don't feel ashamed if you did that. But look up at your audience. And also look up in a normal way. Here's another example of not looking up or not looking up in the correct way. Hello, my name is Mr. Weckball, and I'm your global studies teacher. We are going to have a lot of fun this year. We will give speeches all year. Thank you. Try to make it a little bit more natural, all right? Go ahead and look across the audience. A tip for that one, never focus on anybody's face, okay? Stare at their forehead, stare at their nose. Don't look into their eyes. Maybe look right above them so you don't have to see their faces, but it looks like you're looking across the entire landscape, all right? These are the 6 tips that I think will help you with bad speech characteristics. We're going to work on them all year. So I want you to take a look at your videos that you sent me last class and see if you did any of these things. In the meantime, I'm going to set up some videos of some very bad and very good speeches that I want you to watch.
Okay guys, here's the first of the 4 videos I want you to watch. You can find all 4 of these on YouTube. The first 3 are pretty short, and the 4th one is a little bit longer, but I want to make sure you watch them all the way through. The first you can find, it's titled Miss Teen USA 2007, South Carolina Answers a Question. The next is called Taylor Molly on What Teachers Make. The next is called Bad Public Speaking Example 1. I wonder what that's going to be, bad or good? And the final speech is called Obama's 2004 DNC Keynote Speech. And again, you can find all 4 of these on YouTube just by typing in the title to the search bar.
All right, so there are the videos that I want you guys to watch. Let's get this class over with, get on into the weekend, huh? We've done our current events review. We've talked about and seen some bad speech characteristics. I just gave you your list of videos to watch of bad and good speech examples. Now, we got to talk about our next class overview and today's assignment. Let's start with today's assignment. Since you just got those videos, here's what I want you to do after watching those videos. For each video, you are going to write down 2 sentences, 2 for each. So if there were 2 videos, you'd have 4 sentences. 3 videos, 6 sentences. You're going to write down 2 sentences for each video, and here's what you're going to put in them. Number 1 is simple. Was this an example of good public speaking or bad public speaking? Was it a good speech or a bad speech based on the characteristics of the speaker? The next thing I want you to tell me is, what did the speaker do that made it bad or good? List as many as you can, all right? Did they move around? Did they look down? Maybe were they really good? Did they give a lot of energy? Did they use their hands in a good way, not playing with their non-existent hair? What did they do that made it a good speech or a bad speech? And you're going to email that to me today. That is your daily assignment / participation / attendance / work that you have to do for this class. Now, next class, our overview for next class. Don't worry, it's not until next week. We're going to take that current event that you wrote last class, and we are going to turn it into a speech. All right? Hopefully, yours wasn't too long. If you want to trim it down a little bit to about 5 sentences, feel free to do so. But you are going to deliver that speech or that current event as a speech for your assignment next class. And what we're going to work on, it's not doing any of those characteristics that I showed you earlier. Now, will we see those? Some of those characteristics? Yeah, of course. I've probably messed up 15 times in this speech already. So it's okay, it's going to happen. This is brand new for us, all right? You don't just throw on ice skates the first day and learn how to ice skate like you're Wayne Gretzky. It doesn't happen like that. For those of you wondering who Wayne Gretzky is, best hockey player ever, look him up in your spare time. Anyway, we're going to start slow. We're going to practice. We're going to get better at public speaking. By the end of this class, you're going to be delivering speeches to the entire world. Maybe not the entire world, but whenever you give a speech, you'll feel much more confident doing so. All right, that is it for today's class. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Make good decisions. You know who you are. I'm talking to you. Make good decisions. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.